Hey folks, Justin Thayer, TeamThayer.com, and today I'm here with my protege, the phenomenal Gary Thayer, and we're going to explain to you exactly why you should not buy your own home.
Don't do it.
So, first reason, and probably the only reason, is when you rent a home, instead of buying a home, you make people like me rich. Let me explain how this works. I buy homes that are a good investment. Might need to fix them up a little bit. Maybe they're good as is, typically not. But I buy homes that are a good investment so I can rent them to people who aren't wanting to or cannot buy a home on their own. I buy my homes pretty much the same way as everybody else does. So the difference is I'm not making the payments, the renters are. So basically I find a good deal on a home, fix it up a little bit so I can get it cheap, put a little bit of money into it, usually not much, make it nicer, and then I will rent it at an average of $200 over and above the payment I have to make to the bank on the loan. Okay? So you're like, well, Justin, if I were to buy one rental and I had my own house and I would buy one rental at $200 a month, is that worth it? Well, absolutely it's worth it, because that is the tip of the iceberg. So, number one, let's say I have 10 rentals, right? Hey, so $2,000 a month, not bad. However, that's still the tip of the iceberg. What I'm doing, remember, is I'm taking out a loan on a home. I'm using the bank's money. It's called leveraging. I'm using the bank's money and I'm the owner. I'm taking the profit of a couple $100, right? But I'm footing the bill for most of the maintenance. You know, I still make a profit, but if you take the maintenance out of it, and other things, application fees, right, it actually eats in that $200 a month. So it's even lower than that, what I would actually make. But remember, right, it's not my money, it's the bank money. And the renters are making the payment in full plus profit. So they're paying the house off for me. Now here's the concept. Very little of my money is tied up in this house, or did I put into this house. I might spend $3,000 in repairs, right? I might have to buy a water heater or fix a broken window, you know, sometime in the year. Usually it's not that big of a deal. But outside of that, my expenses, what I actually have in the home is very little. So at the end of this whole gig, I rent the home, I get a 30-year note, I rent a home for 30 years. At the end of that 30 years, this home, I own it free and clear with an investment. Let's say I even invested $10,000. So I own a home free and clear for an expenditure out of my pocket. Let's say it's $10,000. Usually it's less than that. Sometimes I can do a shorter note, shorter on the term, and I might take no profit from the home and just have an expenditure. But still, the renters are paying the house note off for me. So it's pure profit. So the main reason you shouldn't buy a home, once again, is so people like me can continue to make tons of money and eventually own more property than anybody else. The more property you own, the more basically leverage you have. Real property is better than precious metals, it's better than stocks. It is the best investment that you can achieve. And most people, I mean, you got to pay for your living anyway. You're paying rent anyway, right? So when you're paying rent, you're paying somebody's house off for them. And most likely, if they're smart, it's not even their money, they leveraged it. It's the bank's money. So I love that people want to rent from me. I will never have a problem with people not wanting to rent from me. We just had a rental come up today. How many applications? 15?
Something like that.
16, well, I think 12, but like 16 calls, 12 applications, right? There's no shortage of people who want or need to rent a decent home in a decent area, right? So, but it doesn't have to be you. Get approved, make a plan, buy a house. At least buy a house for you to live in. Best thing you can do for yourself is buy your own shelter, right? One additional bonus is going to be appreciation. Now, as we all know, and we all should have known before, homes will not always appreciate at a steady rate, right? Everything goes in cycles, including the housing market. It always has, and it always will. The crash we had was a big one, and it probably won't be the last time that happens. Be in it for the long haul, and you'll be fine. Whether you own your own house and you're an investor like myself, you just own your living space, property is a great investment, and it's almost a thing you must do, especially going forward in future economies, to stay ahead, stay above existing tides that might have economic ramifications that are negative. That's all. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a comment below. On Google Plus, works the same. Leave a comment below. Do you agree? Let me know. Do you not care? I want to hear about it. Do you think that I'm completely wrong? Please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a red button up there. See it? Is it up there?
See it.
Is it there? Don't forget to subscribe. For me, the protege Gary Thayer, teamthayer.com. Thank you. See you next time.
Is that a diamond?
Quiet down